Hello everyone, this is Louisim and welcome to this alien underwater house. And I am so excited to finally show this to you because I have built this I think a few weeks ago or maybe even a month ago, and I just could not share it with you because my old laptop could not handle this video. It was way too long and this is actually 8 times speed. It would just not render it. It froze. But now I have a new gaming PC and that's working fine now, so I can finally share this with you. And I'm really excited about it because it's one of those crazy wacky builds that I just enjoy doing so much. I use a lot of items that I would not normally use in the game and I let my imagination go wild. I'm just so proud of it and I hope you like it too. Now, as the inspiration for it, I use Subnautica as my main reference. It's a survival game, and in case you haven't played it, I'm gonna tell you a bit about it. So, in Subnautica, you are stranded on this alien planet. The ship you were on crashed, and you have to just gather materials and dive deep down in order to finally build a rocket ship and leave this planet. And you are mostly underwater. There are creatures that want to kill you. There's a whole other story going around with the aliens that lived on that planet. But the main idea is that I just love the visuals and it's so immersive, and kind of that's what I wanted to do in this build. I wanted to have this house that was surrounded by alien fauna, and you could just see outside how you could see the fishes, you could see all those plants that glow in the dark. And again, I used a lot of materials and items that are very alien looking, and sadly I don't have island living, so I could not make my life easier and just use the plants that came from that pack. But I found a lot of good items in Get to Work, because that's where the aliens came from. So back to Subnautica. Another thing that I took from there is the way the houses look. Actually, they're not really houses, they're more like bases that you can build underwater, so you would just keep your resources there and sleep and all that. And kind of that's what I was going for. This I guess more modern, white, cold feeling. It's not really welcoming. It doesn't really feel like home. You're just there and it's scary. There are a lot of windows so you could see outside and it's terrifying, but I love it. Here I am actually struggling to build a house because I was doing this underwater, so what I'm actually doing is that I'm cutting out pieces of the pool, so it wouldn't let me build as easy as it would be outside with just normal walls. But in the end I think it ended up fine. I figured it out. And what I also wanted to do was to hide this house, so the outside just looks part of the environment. I mean, it's a random rock in the middle of a pool-like water space, so I'm not sure if it's all that well hidden, but it's fine, it's alright, I guess. So actually I have some news. I just hit 50 subscribers on YouTube and I am so thankful. I just have had such an amazing journey and support from you guys, and I wanted to thank you for that. And I am actually doing a giveaway. I am giving away a stuff pack of your choice, and if you'd like to know how to participate, there are details in the description, but pretty much what you have to do is to leave a comment with hashtag louisim-stuffpack and to be subscribed. Now I'm also doing this same giveaway for Twitter because I hit 100 followers there. So it's gonna be a 50-50 chance for either someone from Twitter or from YouTube to win. So that means you can enter 2 times, once through the YouTube comment and another time through the retweet. and that just gives you better odds. And again, you can find all the information about this in the description below. Back to the building, I wanted to do this little skylight over the bedroom to get some natural light in, but I was struggling because the glass roof didn't actually work over this pool bit, so I had to use the transparent glass dance floor from Get Together to actually kind of hack it in so it would be transparent. And I also wanted to do this aquarium in the middle of the house and just put a pool in, but I think I deleted it at one point because it was a bit big, took too much space, and I couldn't exactly put fishes in, so I just used the regular aquariums that come with the game. Now I'm just putting all the windows and stairs and doors, so I have the basic layout of the house, but actually I am gonna take a break from building the house and start with the exterior because that's pretty much the main part, and come back to the inside at the end of the video. So the debug items menu, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can enter this cheat, bb.moveobjects, and you get all those items that are from around the world that you wouldn't find in the catalog by itself. So this menu is godsend. I used so many things from it. I wouldn't have been able to create this if I didn't have those items. Like that blue pool of alien goo is from those debug items, and I love that object so much. It fit perfectly, it looks great, it glows in the dark. I also put a lot of crystals from Realm of Magic, and let me tell you, when I first put this in nighttime, I was shocked at how it looked. I was literally in awe because I did not expect it to all glow in the dark, and a lot of the lights actually move on the plants, so it looks even like creepier and alien-y. And again, those red plants from Get to Work were really good. And I just put a bunch of weird looking plants. I tried to use as little green plants as I could because I didn't really want it to look like normal, earthy, you could say. And this whole process is me going around the catalog and trying to find really weird looking plants and trying to just make them look like they fit together or that they would grow that way. Oh my gosh, I found these ponds that are just the regular ponds you would see around the game and you can fish in, but I think they're perfect because they remind me of these water holes in Subnautica where you can just dive even deeper, and it's creepy because you don't know what you're gonna find at the end of it. And I'm really happy that they worked in here because, again, this is a pool and they are looking fine like they would on ground outside. Now I am just again looking through the plants and random items, trying to figure out what else to put in. There's not really much to say about it, so I guess I'm gonna see you back when I start with the interior of the house. Okay, so I am back and I just put windows everywhere because I wanted it to feel very spacious, and you don't really need privacy. This is mostly made for at most 2 sims, even though I would recommend just one to fully feel how big this house is and emphasize on the loneliness. And now I'm doing the studio. It's really simple, just a few bookcases and a desk. Wanted it to feel empty and a bit futuristic, I would say. I don't know, just imagine sitting there at your computer and seeing all that alien life outside. I think it's so surreal. And that bathroom is my favorite. The way I placed that bathtub there, I would be so scared to take a bath and see all that outside, but at the same time I think it's the coolest thing ever. I love it so much. And it's really open again. You can totally see from the main living room to the bathroom through the windows, but do you really care? I mean, you're living alone underwater. So now I'm doing the living room. Again, very white, very simple. Just trying to make everything fit better. And here I was a bit starting to run into problems because I didn't really have a lot of space for the dining room. So that's when I ended up deleting that aquarium bit from the middle. Now, if you know me and the way I build is that I love clutter, and I had to really keep myself in check so that I don't overclutter this, because I have that tendency. I definitely have that tendency to put clutter everywhere, the way that a very out of place plant looked. But I had to keep myself in check because otherwise this would have felt a bit too homey, and I didn't want it to feel homey. I wanted it to feel the opposite of that. So I just put a few art pieces and very little plants, and that's it for the clutter. There's not really anything else that's going on. And here I'm doing the dining room, but I guess it's open space, so not really a room. And I put 6 chairs around the table, even though there's just one sim living here, so it's even to further remind them that they're alone and they're not gonna have company anytime soon. So yeah, I put those aquariums that came, I believe, with Dine Out. And I'm just trying to make the kitchen look a bit better. It's really white and bland. I don't really like the way it looks, but it was the best I could do. And now I moved to the bedroom, which I think, besides the bathroom, is my favorite room. In the end, I use another type of windows that have some patterns on them, so that when it's daytime the light comes in and leaves all these patterns on the floor, and it looks really cool. And I used again a lot of those paintings that are from the debug items, so they're just I guess what you would get from the telescope and a microscope, and maybe of some careers, I'm not really sure. But I wanted it to keep this theme of space and technology. Okay, here I am putting those windows that I told you about. And what I also wanted to do By the way, if you haven't figured it out, this is the way you can actually enter the house. I didn't really test it, but I would assume this takes a bit of a long time for your sim to get in and get out. You can try to teleport them if that's easier for you and you want to use some cheats. But again, this wasn't really thought out to be a build where you can get out much. I also wanted to build a little lab because it felt fitting for the character to come in here and analyze crystals or alien plants that they would find underwater. And I also put these planters because in Subnautica you can actually grow your own food inside, and they looked really similar to the ones in the game. Now this lab is just a lot of sciencey objects and there's not really much about it. So we are now approaching the end of this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have any feedback or which was your favorite part. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And also don't forget about the giveaway, the details are in the description below. I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I can't believe we hit 50 subscribers. I am more than grateful. So thanks again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.